Hello viewers, welcome to MSS Television Top Brain Show. Today we are going to solve a problem in physics on photoelectric effect. I'll be your peer teacher, Regan Simiyu. Welcome. And here is the question. The threshold wavelength of a metal surface is 0.45 micrometer. Calculate A. The threshold frequency. B. The work function in electron volts. C. The maximum velocity with which a photoelectron is emitted if the frequency of the radiation falling on the surface is 7.5 times 10 raised to 14 Hz. Take Planck's constant as 6.63 times 10 raised to negative 34 joules. Mass of electron 9.11 times 10 raised to negative 31 kgs. C 3.0 times 10 raised to 8 meters per second. And this is how we go about the question. To get the threshold frequency F naught, so from the general wave equation you have C equals to F lambda. But because we are dealing with the threshold frequency, we are going to say C equals to F naught lambda naught. To get F, we make it in the subject, divide by F lambda naught. So threshold frequency is given by C over lambda naught. Now we have C as 3.0 times 10 raised to power 8 meters per second, and we've been given the wavelength as 0.45 micrometers. So we are just going to replace or substitute in our formula. F naught is going to be given by C, which is 3.0 times 10 raised to power 8 meters per second, divided by our wavelength, which is threshold wavelength. It's given in micrometers, which is 0.45 micrometers. We convert this one into meters. You simply divide by a million. You are going to get 4.5 times 10 raised to negative 7. That's what we divide by. That is 4.5 times 10 raised to negative 7. Working on your calculator, you are going to get F naught as 6.67 times 10 raised to 14. That one, it's frequency, so our units here are Hz. Our part B of the question needs you to get the work function in electron volts. So work function is given by H F naught. Having H as the Planck's constant as 6.63 times 10 raised to negative 34, multiply by our threshold frequency, which was 6.67 times 10 raised to 14. If you do it correctly, you are going to get your work function as 4.42 times 10 raised to negative 19. That's joules. But you are supposed to get the work function in electron volts. So 1 electron volt equals to 1.6 times 10 raised to negative 19 joules. What about 4.42 times 10 raised to negative 19? Cross multiply. That will be 4.42 times 10 raised to negative 19 multiply by 1 divide by 1.6 times 10 raised to negative 19. When you do it correctly, you are going to get 2.7625 electron volts. Our part C of the question says the maximum velocity with which a photoelectron is emitted if the frequency of the radiation falling on the surface is 7.5 times 10 raised to 14 Hertz. Now here we are going to use the Einstein's equation, which states that HF, energy of the incident radiation, equals to HF naught plus a half MEV squared, where H is the Planck's constant, F is the frequency of the incident radiation, F naught is the threshold frequency, ME is the mass of electron, and V is the maximum velocity of the electron emitted. And in this case, this is what we want to look for, the velocity of the electron emitted. We now substitute H, that is 6.63 times 10 raised to negative 34, multiplied by the frequency of the radiation, that is 7.5 times 10 raised to 14, equals to 6.63 times 10 raised to negative 34, multiplied by the threshold frequency, which was 6.67 times 10 raised to 14, plus a half mass of electron, which is given as 9.11 times 10 raised to negative 31, multiplied by our V squared, which we don't have. So we shall start with the left hand side, that is 6.63 times 10 raised to negative 34 multiplied by 7.5 times 10 raised to 14. You are going to get 4.97 times 10 raised to power negative 19 equals to, on to the right hand side, we are having 6.63 times 10 raised to negative 34 multiplied by 6.67 times 10 raised to 14. We close it in brackets, plus a half times 9.11 times 10 raised to negative 31 times V squared. So working out this one on your calculator, you'll get you're going to get 4.42 times 10 raised to power negative 19 in brackets, plus a half of these, you are going to get 4.555 times 10 raised to negative 31 multiplied by VE squared. So now we take 4.42 times 10 raised to negative 19 on the left hand side. We are going to get 4.97 times 10 raised to negative 19 minus 4.42 times 10 raised to negative 19 equals to 4.555 times 10 raised to negative 31 times VE squared. Here you're going to get you are going to get 5.5 times 10 raised to negative 20 is equal to 4.555 times 10 raised to negative 31 multiplied by VE squared. To get VE squared, we divide both sides by 4.55 times 10 raised to negative 31 divided by 4.555 times 10 raised to negative 31. This one and this one cancels. So VE squared equals to 1.221 times 10 raised to 11. So VE squared is going to be 1.21 times 10 raised to 11 root. If you did correctly, you are going to get VE as 3.47 times 10 raised to 5 meters per second. And that marks the end of our lesson today. Hope you've understood. Don't forget to subscribe to MSS Television on YouTube. Until next time, bye bye for now.